Hey guys, how's everybody doing? How was your weekend? I can't believe it's Wednesday already. That's what we're working on today. Stars for my table runner. Let's get some stuff organized. All right, let's see what we got here. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. I love these little plastic pouches for any, what do you call them? Like small projects, right? And here's the fabric. I just want to throw that in here. And we can get that out of the way, I think. Hello, hello. All right, let's do these. Hi, how's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday. All right, let's see what we got here. It's been a hot minute since I've worked on this one, so let's go ahead. Hello. I haven't seen you guys in like a week. Good morning. Hello. All right, we are working on the stars for my table runner pattern. And then this is what we have so far. Nice, huh? And I am just separating these pieces out. And then we're gonna sew them. But, okay, so one of the first things you need to do is make sure that you can read the writing on our foundations. If you can't, then you need to flip it over. And then just trimming off some of this extra. Make sure we can read these. And then once we get all this done, then we'll start sewing. It does matter on a lot of our patterns. If you have this where you can't read it, it won't, some of them, a lot of our patterns, it won't come together right at the end when you're piecing everything together. All right. So I'm going through and I'm trimming off that excess really quick. And then we're going to be starting our sewing. I just make sure everything is the same way. See, that one was upside down. That one was good. Good morning, Denise. How have you been? All right. So piece 1 is going to be, hold on. All right, this is 10, 9. These are 2, 4, 6, 8, I believe. Yep. And then, hold on, let me see something. Just want to make sure I'm getting the right ones. Okay, dark purple, dark blue, light blue. Nice. My vacation was good. Not long enough. I was sick the whole time, but that's fine. It's all good. It's all good. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I need to cut more. Yeah, I had a nasty virus thing going on. So I did have a really good visit with my sister. I got out a little bit. Didn't really do much because it's not like I haven't been going there for like 30 years. So it's not my first time. She's lived there for a long time, almost 30 years. So I know the ins and outs of Sea Springs. All right, we're going to start with piece 1. We're going to line that up. About a 1/4 inch. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be. It was good though. I got there just in time and left just in time. It snowed the morning I got there, but it was fine by the time I got there and there was no snow on the ground. And then it was good. And then I left and yesterday was bad. So crappy weather. So it was perfect timing. That's a little bit less than a 1/4 inch, but let's go ahead and fix that. It's on there. I'll shoot us an email to orders, Denise, and I'll send you the link. All right. We only have enough to do 1 star right now because I haven't cut enough of these, but I'll cut more. We only have 1, like I'm only short 1, so we should be good. All right. How's everybody else doing? How's everybody been for the last week? It's been about that long. We've been good. I mean, I've been sick, but just a cold. Pretty bad virus cold, but whatever. 'Tis what it is, right? All right, those need to go over there because I need to cut more. But all right. Yeah, she had did she not post that she wasn't going to be on? She had a trunk show yesterday. And she had a lecture and trunk show yesterday and Monday. So she was out of town. She was down in Yucca Valley at a quilt guild. Doing her thing. I haven't sewn in a week, you guys. Not craziness. Huh. These seem like they're really crazy tiny, but they're not that small as far as blocks. Once these come together, it's gonna look so good. Thank you guys for all the subscriptions. If you aren't subscribing already, thank you for that daily thumbs up. Let's go ahead and press these out, and then we will trim. Anybody working on any fun projects? Don't forget about our chat group on Facebook. You guys, it's a good place to share your projects and see what everybody else is working on. See what you can do with our patterns, whether you're changing it up or what. So keep that in mind. Yes, I like to use the roller to press it and then seal it with a little bit of heat. Good morning, Sherry. All right, now we're going to trim for piece 3. It's about as far as it was when I left, since I was gone for 5 days, and I haven't done any sewing since then. Sherry. Just, I was sick, so some crazy virus thing going on that I had before I left, but it was good. It was definitely good. Much needed. I could have, oh yeah, that's why I wasn't on right before I left. Just bad virus, post-nasal drip, grossness, you know, really bad sore throat. So I got there just in time though, because it snowed right before I got there. No snow on the ground when I got there though, thankfully. And the weather was okay. And then as soon as I left, it was gross, so that's okay. I got to spend time with my sister, and that's why I went. She's lived there for almost 30 years. It's not like I needed to go out and see Springs. Seen it. We did get out and do a couple things here and there, but not a ton, and it was good. Yay! That's a fun one though, isn't it, Lorraine? Sherry, how's your block of the month thing going on? You're like, don't talk to me. Well, I don't even remember when I started this one. And do you guys remember when I was doing this one? I don't. I don't remember day to day. Are you kidding me? You're making slow progress. It's all good. I think we all making slow progress. Progress is good, nonetheless. All right, let's sew these. I only had enough to do one of these stars right now, so I gotta cut more. Has everybody enjoyed their weekend? Oh, that's blurry. Anything exciting and fun going on? I think we're crazy because my husband just booked a hotel for 2 nights in DC for the 3rd and 4th of July. We're crazy. Well, we have a soccer game on the 3rd, that evening, and then we have, yeah. And then the 4th, the night after, so we're going to do the DC thing for the 250th anniversary. Ooh, that's cold, Sherry. It was like in the 60s here this morning when I woke up. It is supposed to be like high of 75, but rainy today. And then, like low of 50 something tonight. 54, I think. Hopefully we out of the cold. It was like below freezing almost every single morning I was in Sea Springs. But I didn't need to go outside, so. Thankfully. Yeah, I'm not complaining about the coolness because before we know it, I'm going to be in the hundreds. Not as bad as you, Sherry, but it still gets gross here. It's just humid gross here. I love humidity. I can't live without it. My sinuses do not like the dry air. But I grew up around humidity, so it's fine. I did not go to Ruth's Stitchery, but I did go to the Mill Fabric, whatever. They had some okay stuff there, but not. Next time I go out, I'll make it to Ruth's. I just didn't feel we really didn't come much. And the only reason I made it to the other place is because we went to American Classics and walked around there, so yeah. I didn't buy anything though, you guys. Be proud of me. Yeah, right? It definitely gets humid here. Which way am I pinning this? Right there. Yeah, Louisiana is about as humid as it is here. Yeah, it was not as nice. Like, they have way more textile stuff than anything else. Hello. And you know what's funny is my hubby from Northern California loves the dry. Heat is heat. I don't care what you say. But I guess it all depends on where you've grown up, where you live, what you're used to. It was okay. I got to look at a bunch of stuff. They just didn't have anything like, it was a lot of like Joann's. Like the novelty type fabrics from Joann's. They had hardly any quilting fabrics, which is fine. And I don't know if any of you guys fly Southwest, but I am never flying them again. I flew Southwest out to Colorado and it was not good. And I flew United on the way back and it was fine. Now it's like mainly just textile fabrics, honestly. They had like 2 aisles, short aisles of other fabrics, and that's it. All right, let's sew these. We're just sewing down the line, you guys. And then we hit the end of the line, we stop. It's pretty easy. Strawberry, I got this fabric from Hancock of Paducah last summer. You can order them online there. This is Timeless Treasures, I think is a fabric. Yeah, Denise, I can go into a fabric store and not buy fabric though, so I'm good. Unless I need fabric, I don't go to fabric stores normally unless I'm traveling. And then I had a small carry-on, so oh, the printed patterns? You mean like this foundation? This is our product. This is the pattern I'm working on, Strawberry. This is our Stars for My Table Runner pattern. And you can get it at easypiecing.com. And then this is what we have so far. If that's what you were asking. So, I gave her both. Thank you. I gave you both in case you were asking about this or this. All right. Thank you. Always be my baby. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. If you used our product, you wouldn't have difficulty at all. This is the easiest way you can do piecing. I'm telling you. It is it's a leave-in foundation that you sew your fabric straight to. And our foundation is made of a non-woven material. It's thin, it's flexible, it's not crunchy. I mean, it has no natural bias because it's not woven. So you sew right to it and it acts as a stabilizer to your product. So what you're sewing stays that way. And you're able to get points like that. Yeah, it doesn't affect any sewing, any quilting, hand quilting, machine quilting, long arm quilting. None of it is affected. Press these out and then we'll trim. We do have a lot of patterns. Yes. And we have a really good support system. We're a very small family-run business. If you guys need help with anything, literally just email us, message us, and we get right back to you. Oh, you should try it. So my mother-in-law is the one that came up with our product. And she's brilliant. It's brilliant, I'm telling you. Try it. I'm going to pin all these and then we're going to sew down this line because that's the next sew line. It's super easy. Super easy. And then your product looks professionally done with minimal effort. Thank you, Sherry. Sorry if I sound a little off. My sinuses are still... it's mainly my ears, you guys. My ears and my throat have been like so stuffed. And it's not really my sinuses. So if I sound a little weird... Actually, my ears have only been since I flew. You know how it is flying when you have a cold? It's not fun, huh? All right. Sherry's like, I don't quilt without this stuff. I mean, I do, but I don't like it. All right, let's go ahead and sew these 4. All right. We're just going to start at the beginning of this line and then sew down to the end. To the end of the line. You want to make sure that your fabric and your foundation are flat. No wrinkles and stuff like that because it's going to stay that way, you guys. You're not tearing anything out. And see, I don't sew clothes. Look, if you can sew on a straight line, you can do our foundations. Seriously. Oh, yay! Did you use our product and you love it? I'm just assuming you love it because everybody does. Isn't that cocky? Wow. I already had all these pieces pre-cut. I just didn't cut enough of these pieces to do the other star. True, I know, Sherry. I know. So I feel a little gypped, like I got to fly into Texas twice in the last 5 days, 6 days. And 7 days? I don't know. Thursday and Monday. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you guys so much. But yeah, I got to fly in and out of Texas twice, and I didn't get to enjoy my Texas. I didn't get to get any brisket because I flew into Love Field and then Houston. And where I was at, they didn't have any brisket. I was a little bit upset because Austin, they have a place, an amazing place in the restaurant, or yeah, they have a great place with brisket. I'm upset. All right, I'm gonna trim for piece 6. It's not fair. I didn't have enough time to go venturing around in Houston because of my like boarding times and stuff like that. So I ended up having like some boring pretzels. Not fair at all. So we're gonna be sewing from here to there. Yes. Our pattern instructions are words and pictures. I will show you in a second this pattern. And then all of our patterns, we come with shopping lists. I made my little notes because I changed it up a teeny bit, but oh, the pineapple one is so easy. We have so many pineapple. The pineapple blocks are easy. The log cabin blocks are even easier, especially putting them together. Like you're not having to match a lot of points. All right, let me show you the instructions after I pin and trim and pin this next one before I sew. And we tell you what size to cut every piece. It's really, really easy. All right, so here's the cutting instructions for this specific pattern. We tell you how to cut everything, show you how to do it, and then pictures and words on how to do everything. And then, you know, moving on, pictures, words, how to cut, where to sew, how to pin, how to put your pieces together, where to trim, see, and then next pieces, this is what I'm working on right now, the swirling star. I mean, our patterns are amazing, and then how to piece everything together. So, really good patterns. Boss Lady is the one that writes our patterns. We have a couple patterns that are done by outside designers, and then I am working on a pattern too, and I don't know when it's going to come out, but eventually it will. All right, let's sew these. Then we can press them out and move on to the next piece for them. We're just sewing on that line right there, you guys. And at the end of the line, we're stopping. All right. We got everything good. Have you guys been watching Boss Lady on her lives? You guys, we are live on here 6 days a week for the most part. She had a lecture and a trunk show the last couple days out of town. So she was at a guild in Southern California teaching and all that good stuff. So yeah. Yeah, nothing tears out, no back stitching, nothing. This one, oh, I just turned my light off. This is what I'm working right now. Stars for my table runner. We do have all these stars block packages available too, you guys, if you wanted to make it bigger or longer or square or whatever. So a lot of our stuff, we have refills, block packages. You can modify however you see fit. This is just the Jeremiah star is the big one. The Jeremiah star and then the swirling stars. I think I am going to do my tree skirt for my pencil tree. I think I'm going to do that with the geese around the circle. Or circle the geese medallion, that one. I know. I was wondering what I was going to do with these fabrics when I got them. I just loved them and they were on sale. So I was like, I've got to get them. And then, yeah. And then I was like, yes. And then we're going to sew there. Excuse me, guys. When my throat gets dry, because it's all irritated from talking, when it gets dry from talking, it, you know, the scratchies. Well, I hope it looks good. And then doing them in red, white, and silver. Candy cane colors, because my whole tree is just candy cane stuff. I've got to get that done before Christmas. Actually, I need to 3. I have one upstairs that is up year round. That's my candy cane tree. And then I have one in our bar, and that's our sports and alcohol tree. And then I have the one in our living room that is, we do ornaments every year for all 4 of us, and that's basically what's on that tree. Yeah, I have one upstairs on the 2nd floor that is by the, we have like a balcony area from the foyer, and that's our pencil tree up there. So that's our year-round tree, and I decorate it for the holidays. It was in our living room at the last house, and then I was like, yeah, no, it's going up there now. And I love it. A year-round tree. I always wanted one. And the bar is in the front of the house, so that's where that tree is. And then the tree in the living room is in the back of the house. So we have a tree that you can see from the back of our house because it's right in the window in the back in the living room. And then we have one you can see from the street that's in our bar. And I do colored lights, you guys, except for the year-round tree, the pencil tree upstairs, that changes for whatever holiday. Christmas and Halloween are our big holidays. My hubby is a Halloween person, and I'm a Christmas person. It does. It uses the leftover rotary blades. You just screw them in there and then stick it in there. And then you can't get your fingers through it either. And I bought it when when my kids were little, and they still couldn't get their fingers to it. So, hey, Chuck. Do I dust the tree? I changed the decorations for the holidays, so stuff doesn't stay up there year round. It's not like we have Christmas year round. Like we're about to put up 4th of July America stuff, and that'll stay up pretty much all summer because Memorial Day basically to Labor Day, and then after Labor Day, Halloween is fair game. We have Halloween up for a while. It's okay though, because it's our house and we do what we want. We didn't do Easter because we were out of town, and we didn't do St. Patty's Day because I had so much going on. Like for Valentine's Day, we just, put heart stuff on it and red lights. The lights we have on there are interchangeable, so that's always nice. All right, we got trim for piece 8, and then 9 and 10. And then we'll put this little block together. I was looking at this corner over here. You didn't lose me, you guys. I was trying to figure out like if I was going to go all the way to the edge or not. And I think I am. I think it'll be fine. What do you guys want to see me do next week? Oh. Hey, maybe I should put the next piece on there so we could sew something onto it. That might help, huh? Southwest. No, I'm not flying Southwest ever again. That was not fun. I know they're cheap, but you get what you pay for. Oh my gosh, the whole 3.5-hour flight last week on the way from here to Dallas. And then you fly into Dallas Love Station, not even Dallas Fort Worth. My opinions about Southwest? Really? You want to know that? I sat up, literally sat up with my head against the table rest the whole 3.5 hours because I had a middle seat. I checked in exactly 1 minute after I could check in. Oh, what are my opinions for next week? Sorry, guys. My brain's still not working. Is my brain ever working? I mean, honestly, probably not. I don't know. What are our options? What do you want to see? I have enough time to pull anything together. Any of our patterns, you guys? Do you want to see me do some blocks? Do you want to see me like work on some projects that I already have? Do you want me to start a new project? What do you want? What do you want? I wasn't going to start anything today because we only had 2 days this week with me. So hey, Terry. How you doing? All right. You got in here. I'm sorry you were having a hard time finding everything last week. Was it just your YouTube or what? You got it figured out though, I see. All right, I'll take a water break in a second. Hold on. You're good. I did everything except for sewing the blocks together. I finished all the blocks. I just didn't do the like trim. Hi. Hi, Sandy. You guys, I have bruises all over from traveling and hitting seats and all that stuff. It's horrible. Awesome. Persistency is the key, Terry, to everything. All right. You're learning the easy piecing way. The long ones. Well, I'm always open for suggestions. Anybody want to see a specific pattern or something like, or a block done? Let me know. I am working on our Stars for My Table Runner pattern. It is available on our website. And then this is what I have. These are both Jeremiah stars and then the swirling stars. And then look at those points. Look at that. That's all because of our foundations. And we're gonna be sewing together one of those soon because we are finishing up the last couple pieces of this swirling star. And that is our foundation. That's our product. It is a leave-in foundation that you sew your fabric to, and it stays in there. And this is the foundation. All of our patterns have the pattern printed on it permanently. And then it's non-woven, so there's no natural bias to it. And when you sew your fabric to it, it acts as a stabilizer. And it's super thin, workable. It's not crispy, it's soft, it's see-through. Yeah, it's an amazing product. And it's done just like paper piecing with a few minor adjustments, and then you don't pull anything out. It stays in there. So it holds the integrity of what you're sewing. And that's how you're able to get those points like I just showed you. Right now I'm just trimming my 1/4 inch seam allowance for my next piece. And then once we get done sewing these pieces, we'll do the last piece on them and then piece them together so that we can make the whole block. Yes, this is for the runner. No, you're not being nosy. Questions are always welcome, you guys. That's why I'm on here. And you just sew on that line. Normal stitch length. You don't have to back stitch or anything. And just sewing straight down that line, you guys. Congratulations, Terry. 53 years. That's a long time to be with one person. I'm sure that was not easy. But congratulations for sticking that out. Most people don't. My parents just had their 50th anniversary in January. I'm going to have my 50th anniversary in November. My 50th anniversary of my birth. Thank you, Denise. It is the best product ever, isn't it? You know, being married to somebody for that long, sharing your life with somebody for that long can't be easy. My husband and I have been together for 10 years. And our 10-year wedding anniversary is next year, though. These extra threads. And sometimes it feels like yesterday. And sometimes it feels like we've been together forever. It's all good. All right, we only have one more piece left to put on these little blocks and then these little sections of this block. And then we will sew the sections together. Thank you guys so much for all the subscriptions. If you're not already subscribing, hit that subscribe button. And then also, don't forget to hit that thumbs up there at the top. Your daily thumbs up, I guess it's over here for you guys. It's over here for me. It's over here for you. I don't know. Who knows? All right, let's do this. I love that iron. I have a big one too that I just got at QuiltCon, and I love it as well. And I would buy it again if I needed to. So, no regrets. You raise each other, right? And then we're gonna sew here. Nice. Come on, girl. It's a small piece. All right. When we're done sewing these on, I'm going to come around and I'm going to probably do that around the outside. You guys will see. So it'll be easier to piece these pieces together. We're actually thinking about having like a little party next year. For our 10-year, we didn't have a wedding. I mean, we got married at the Justice of the Peace, like in an office, not even in a courtroom. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Either that or we're going, my husband and I are going on a really nice vacation. Somewhere fun. All right. All right, let's sew these. Okay, almost done. Cause it's all I need. You say love is right to me. So darling, stay with me. Am I so emotional? Sorry. You don't like my singing? Then turn the volume down. That might not be a bad idea, Lorraine. I gotta run some things by you, boss lady, anyways. I know you guys are anxious. I still want to do that block. Oh, you know what? What if we do a Christmas block, community block quilt, and we have it... Did you get them, Chuck? It's just the 12. It's just the 1/4 inch foot that came with my machine, you guys. Seriously. Look, I'll show you. It's dusty. That is it. Just my 1/4 inch foot. Oh, I need to clean my machine though, for sure. Chuck, did you get both irons or you're getting both irons? Because if you got them, what colors did you get? I know, so many people ask me about the foot on my machine. Hey, if you have like a regular shank foot, you should be able to order it. It's a Baby Lock 1/4 inch foot. That's all I can tell you. Because that's all I got. All right. Chuck, are you sewing? Are you sewing again? I love it. Don't you love it? And you have a Baby Lock, right, Lorraine? It's amazing. It's a good foot. It's a good foot. Like the store, Good Feet. It's a good foot. Or Good Foot. I don't know. Don't listen to me. All right, we're just going to do some basting stitches. I'm going to put my machine all the way up to the longest stitch length. Make sure your foundation and your fabric are flat together. And I'm sewing in between the solid line and the dotted line. And I'm not going all the way around because over here, it's already sewed on. That should be fine. But this is up, and this is up, so I'm doing a... She does. She has the same one as me, except for she has, hers is not computerized. It's all manual. I forgot the Juki. No, not Juki. Baby Lock. I forgot the name of the one she has. But it's basically the same as mine. Just mine is computerized. Oh, yay! I really wanted Tula for my big one, but they didn't have it at QuiltCon. So, and I wanted to get it at like Quilt Show prices because I got really good prices on these both. And the only one they had was the Cafe one, and the Cafe one, not cute at all. Not cute. And I'm like, I'm not getting that. Oh my gosh, I bet you are so ready. I would be. I would be beyond ready. Like, seriously, people? Hurry up. Hurry up and heal, shoulder. Are you still in the... So are you out of the immobilizer brace? All right. I'm going to go ahead and switch my stitch lengths back. All right. Let's go ahead and trim these threads. Then I am going to just press that a little bit so we get a good all right. Just pressing this. You guys, make sure your iron is not at the hottest setting. Like on this, I have it at the medium setting. You don't want it on cotton. Anything below the cotton setting is good. Otherwise, if it gets too hot, it might melt your foundation. All right, I'm only going to trim these 1/4 inch on these sides because we're not going to trim the whole outside until we get the block put together. All right. And then we're going to put the block together. And I am measuring 1/4 inch from this solid outside line. All right. Oh, nice. Does it feel weird? I'm sure that feels super weird. I've never had a broken bone. Let me knock on some wood. Let me find some wood. I'll just knock on my head. I've had a hairline fracture in my ankle. That's about it. All right. Okay, so we got these pieces. It's going to go together like that. So let's go ahead and we're going to match these points up and stuff, and then we're going to go. All right. So I'm going to pin on the line right next to that sew line, and we're going to pin that through on the other side at the same spot. I'm just going to leave that pin in there right now, and then I'm going to pin my corners, match my corners up where the two solids line up on both corners. This one's a teeny bit off. You can be as specific, you know what, that's fine. You could be as specific as you want. Either way, Chuck, that's progress. All right, and then this one, I'm actually going to try and pin as close as I can to that corner. And then all right, and then we're going to secure the pin. All right, now we're going to go back to this spot. We're going to hold this out. It's weird to get the second one back, I bet. All right, I'm gonna put my pin in just somewhere off there. Make sure it lines up in the back on the sew line. And then I like to do a diagonal pin when there's a lot of, when you're matching points up and there's a lot of fabric, I love to do a diagonal pin. It secures your fabric better. Your fabric, when you put a regular pin in and you do this up and down, it kind of makes it go, yeah. Like it makes it go. No, it kind of like skews where you're trying to match up. So. We're matching that up. I'm gonna leave that in there. And then we're gonna match up our corners. Actually, I'm gonna do this corner first because it's easy. Secure that pin. That one's still in there, you guys. I just leave that in there. I'll push it all the way through just in case. Put that one down. Then we're gonna do this corner. And then we're gonna do our diagonal on here. Just wanna make sure this is perpendicular. Line those up. Diagonal. All right, now let's sew these. And we're gonna sew down this solid line. All right, water time. Do you guys like my new sticker? I got some stickers for my water bottle. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. Water on my desk. All right. We're sewing down that line. Oh yeah. Kids have like a week and a half of school left. Or 2.5 weeks? 2.5 weeks. They get out on Ben gets out on the 28th. I know, he's super excited. All right. All right, moment of truth. I'm gonna pick this just in the center here. Didn't line up good enough for me, you guys. And yes, I'm willing to. This is another reason why you don't want to shorten your stitch length, is because if you need to pull any stitches out, it makes it a lot easier. So what I'm going to do now is make sure that my and then I'm just going to and then we're going to go ahead and restitch that section closed. All right, let's trim some of these threads. Got threads everywhere, you guys. There we go. All right, let's see how much, not much better. That's all right. It's okay. Still looks good. All right, just open this seam up right here. Hello, Carol. All right, let's check out this one. Oh, this one was way better. Did a way better job on that one. I will show you in 1 second. Lizzie. Is it Lizzie or Lizzie? That's cool. All right. And then these two pieces will go together. Okay, we are working on, this is our stars for my table runner pattern. It's a table runner. You can get it on our website, easypiecing.com. It's 19 inches by 54 inches. And this is what we have so far. We have this star, half of this star, this star. This one goes up here. And then we're putting together another one of these. You're very welcome. We're just gonna sew these two pieces together. And then I am matching up my centers. You hand sew? We all love to sew in here. Sometimes you can get a really cheap sewing machine. You guys, I don't know about your... I don't know about anybody else's Costco's, but yesterday at our Costco, I saw there were Singer Heavy Duty, the manual ones that were pretty cheap, you guys. I'm gonna leave that one in there right now. I am gonna line up. Try not to stab yourself with that pin. I'm gonna line these. You know what? Nope. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Diagonal pinning. I could not sew by hand. I mean, I could, but I would prefer not to. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to line up that pin right there on that sew line. Then I'll flip it around. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Check out the libraries. Sometimes you can use, sometimes libraries have sewing areas, like public libraries have sewing areas. Public libraries, yeah, sewing areas that you can sew on their stuff for free. Just matching up my... All right, those are good. Now I'm going to pin these. Oh my gosh, sometimes you guys can get, honestly, check if you're looking for a very cheap machine, check like yard sales, estate sales, stuff like that. And it's a good way to get a machine at a low cost. When there's a will, there's a way, you guys. Might not be exactly what you want, but there's a way. Right? That's what I was saying, Denise. Yard sales, Facebook Marketplace, estate sales. Sometimes estate sales are a little bit higher, but see, you just need to come here and have all of us ladies and men talk about what different ways that you can get what you want done. A lot of times you can go to thrift stores and re-thrift or do thrifty repurpose fabrics and stuff like that if you can't afford fabrics. So there's always a way. Yeah. All right, let me put another pin in here. I don't like how that one is looking. Take that one out. And we're gonna sew down that line, you guys. Fingers crossed it comes out good. I didn't start out with a fancy machine, you guys. I had a Singer Heavy Duty. It was not that much. And it was many, many years ago. And then I saved up for my other machines. Oh, I didn't know that, Chuck. Like the library and stuff. Right? All right. Let's press that open. Where's my spray bottle? It's up there. I don't feel like getting it. There's ways around it, guys. There's ways to get what you want. All right. Go ahead and press this open. You don't have to have fancy to get the job done either. What I just got this machine last year. Was it last May? Is that when I got it? I feel like it was like last May. I've had it for a year maybe? I don't remember when I got it. It was last year's time. But before that, I was just doing my own thing on here or in with my Singer. Heavy duty. Thank you, Janice. How are you doing? All right. I was thinking for our community quilt, we do a Christmas blocks. Everybody always has Christmas fabric laying around, extra scraps. What do you guys think? I'm hoping that it can aim for having them out by you guys in June. How you guys sign up, and then we're out there in June. And then, let me put this up here. And then, this one goes right here. All right, so this is what we have so far, you guys. We can work a little bit on this other half right here. And then you guys can have them back by July. And then that will give us a lot of time to get some time to get the stuff together for I got to cut a little bit more for this last one, but this is what I have so far. So I'm going to put these all together, and there we go. All right. It is a nice pattern, isn't it? I like it too. All right. Let's try and figure out what I'm doing here. All right, this can go. You guys, this is the stars for my table runner pattern. And then we can have it raffled off for Christmas. So if you guys wanted to use it as like a Christmas gift or something like that, if you win it, why not, right? All right, I do need to unpin this so I can see exactly what is what. All right. So part B. Let's do our part B's. Hold on. Let's separate these. That's part A. Part A. All right, let's do part B. Part B. Part B of Jeremiah's star. All right, we are doing light blue, dark purple. Sorry, those are for part A. Light blue. All right, and then, so piece 1 is this. One. Trying to figure out what all my pieces are, you guys. This is the stars for my table runner. We are working on the other half of the Jeremiah star. See, I have half done. And we're going to work on the other half. All right. Piece 1 and piece 2 over here. So we're going to line up about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Stick a pin in that. Thank you. I love these, don't you? They are Timeless Treasures, I believe, is the name of... I bought like a pack. Hold on. Of course, that one doesn't say anything on it. Let me check the other fat quarter. I can tell you exactly what they are if I can find it. Hold on. See if this one has anything on it. Probably not. Probably not. Nope. All right, I have some yardage behind me. Maybe it's on there. It was a fat quarter bundle, and then I bought some yardage. All right, it is... Ooh, get back up there, don't fall. Don't fall! Stay, stay. All right, it is... Timeless Treasures, and it is indigo. It's just a Timeless Treasures. I forgot the name of the, I don't remember. But I love it because it looks like stitching, and it's not. So, all right, let's get these put together. I pinned that one on there. Now we're going to get our piece. Hold on. That's not what I want for that. Piece 2 is over here. I believe it's one of these. Yes. All right. So what I do for these is this is going to go right here, piece 2. So I just line that up, pin that in there, and then we're going to sew down this line right here. All right, let's get the other one ready. Make sure you can read that writing on here. Right side's away from your fabric. And we're going to line up about 1/4 inch. Just going to stick a pin in there to keep that on there. And I'll flip that back over and I want this other side. Those will go for the other side of it. So these are going to go right here. So I'm going to flip that over, line that up. Make sure you have enough room over here and enough room over here. All right, now we're going to sew. We're going to start at the beginning of the line and sew to the end of the line, you guys. And make sure your fabric and your foundation are flat against each other. And stop at the end. Okay. Trim those threads. Okay. So no suggestions. If you guys have any suggestions, any requests or anything of what you want to see next week, just let me know. Just shoot me an email or something or a message. Put it in the Facebook chat group, whatever. All right, now we are going to trim for piece 3, which is another one of these background pieces. I could do that. We'll see how far we get on Friday. There really isn't that much left. And the borders are just, it would just be piecing it together, but we could do that. We could definitely get this done next week. This is piece 3. I just have to put it together. I finished piecing all the blocks. I just have to put the blocks together. All right, let's sew these. I've been finishing projects for weeks now. That's what I was doing last week and the week before I left. I'll see what I can come up with, you guys. I'll come up with something. Maybe work a little bit on the Japanese kimonos. I just didn't know if you guys had any. I have plenty to do. If I didn't know if you guys wanted to anything specific. All right, we're doing piece 4. And then we are doing dark purple. And one of the good things about this pattern is it will tell you darks and lights. And we're going to sew down this line to the end. I knew you'd be happy about that one, Sherry. I haven't worked on that one since I haven't worked on that one since the other one, right? Since I was in the other house. You get them from our website. This is the pattern we are working on right now. This is our Stars from My Table Runner pattern. And there's our website. And then this is what we have done so far. We're working on the other half of this next Jeremiah star that goes in right here. And then this will be here. And we have one more of these to make. And then we have to finish 2 more of these stars. And then the rest is just background. All right, let's sew. Thank you. This is a nice one. We're going to stop at the end of that line. 1 stitch over is not that big of a deal, but I wouldn't do that many stitches over because you're going to have to start ripping them out when you trim for that 1/4 inch seam allowance for this next piece. And now I will show you guys Last piece. All of our patterns are very well written. We have pictures and words for our instructions. When you get all of our patterns come with shopping lists, like how much fabric you need of each. Cutting list, what size to pre-cut your pieces. They don't have to be perfect. And then pictures, words on every single step. So, yay. And yeah, we have amazing patterns. They're so easy to follow too, you guys. And as long as you can sew on a solid line like this, you're good to go. That's why we call it easy piecing. It is a leave-in foundation made of a non-woven material that you're sewing your foundation to, or that you're sewing your fabric to, the foundation, and then it stays in there. You're not ripping anything out. And that's what allows you to hold the integrity of what you're sewing. Like where you sew is going to stay that way. All right, let's trim these next pieces. Just putting our straight edge on our next sew line. Flip that over. And I'm going to go ahead and trim this too. Is what an iron? That is an iron, yes. Make sure you pull that down cut. Apologize. It's too late. All right, light fabric is what's going to go here. So we are going to match that up. And we're going to be sewing down this line all the way to the end. These, don't forget this foundation, this specific pattern, it tells you light and dark, so you don't forget. All right. Thank you guys so much for all of the subscriptions and likes and comments and everything that you do for us on here. We so appreciate it. You want to make sure that your foundation is flat on that fabric, because what you're sewing is going to stay that way. All right, let's trim these, and then we're gonna have to do a little bit of basting around the edge. I like it too. I love you when you guys come in here, share my time with me. We will be working on this pattern again on Friday. I will make sure that I have all the pieces that I need to finish the pattern and we can piece it together. This is a very small family run business, and that's what I'm doing right now is piecing, yes, for a table runner. All right, that one's good, that one's good. I really just need to do some basting on this one. And I'm gonna bring my stitch length all the way up to as far as it can go, and I'm just gonna stitch in between the solid line and the dotted line so that this stays on there. So when we're piecing them together, we're good. All right. Thank you. All right, so now we're going to set these aside because we don't have the other side. So we're gonna do the other half, part A. All right, part A, we have dark blue and light purple. Sorry, guys. Make sure you can read the writing. If you can't, like this, flip it over. All right, piece one is this again. So we'll get 2 pieces of that. Right side's down, and then this is piece 2. So we're gonna make sure this piece 1 is completely in this block. You wanna make sure that it fits. So there's the edge of the piece right there. This whole block fits in it, but then we're gonna do about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need to get the tape measure out or your ruler out to make sure that's a 1/4 inch. And then put a pin in it to keep that on there. And then piece 2 is this background fabric, and that is going to go there. So then we're gonna flip it over, right sides together always, you guys. And then we are going to sew from here to here. Well, really, we're going to sew from here to here, but you know, you get the gist. All right, make sure you can read your writing. Put the pin in it, hold that on there, flip it over. This is our piece 2. All right, now let's sew. Whew, I almost forgot to switch that. We're just going to sew down that solid line that's already there, you guys. Stop at the end of the line. Make sure my pieces are lined up. And so. All right. Now let's roller these out. We're going to press that. All right, you guys. Don't forget to catch Boss Lady. I don't know what she's doing this week, but don't forget to catch her for... I believe, I don't know if she's doing one today. I think they stayed the night in Barstow last night. I don't know if they're going to be home for, she'll be on tomorrow. They're going home today. So yes, you guys, this is the pattern we're working on. EasyPiecing.com is where you can get all of our patterns. They all come with foundations to make the patterns. If you have any questions, just shoot us an email. And yeah, that's what we're working on. And we will be back I'll be back here on Friday to continue working on this. All right, bye guys. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye.